4-hour flight from England and a 20-minute run in the taxi from the airport brings you here, Los Cristianos, number 151, Royal Palm. Come inside and I'll show you around the apartment. Well, the tour of the apartment begins here, on the sun terrace. As you can see, plenty of sunshine this end, and just a touch of shade that end. The temperature at the moment is 75 in the shade, which isn't bad considering it's November the 17th. Behind Ken, if he swings the camera around now, you can see the fabulous view of Los Cristianos and its harbour. And you've enjoyed the view. It's nice to just lie back in the glorious sunshine, as well as enjoying the beautiful view of the harbour down there. It's just nice to sit in the sun, soak it up, and enjoy the local brew. Best drink of the day. If you want to come inside, you can have a good look at the apartment. As you can see, the interior of the apartment is particularly spacious. Comfortably sleeping 4 people. 2 in the bedroom, which we'll show you later, and 2 on the sofa here, which folds out very simply, like so. Nice comfortable double bed. Up at this end of the apartment, you can see fully fitted kitchen with an American breakfast bar, oven, hob, toaster, coffee maker, fridge well stocked with beer. Here, the bedroom, and off this end, the bathroom. What we'll do now is show you a little bit more detail of the bedroom and the bathroom. As you can see, the bathroom is fully tiled, with a nice vanity unit and sink, shower, bath and toilet. The bedroom too is particularly spacious, with fully fitted wardrobes, loads of space to get all your stuff in there. Don't look too closely. Twin beds. And of course, chest of drawers with a nice mirror for the ladies to put their faces on. One important feature of the apartment is these wardrobes. It's amazing how much room there is in these 2, and there's also one for guests staying in the main room, which we can perhaps show you when we go back through. Here's the wardrobe for the guests that I was talking about, which really saves them storing their clothes in the bedroom. Another important feature, the fan. Although it's November, you really do need it. Elsewhere, your normal stools for the American breakfast bar, table, chairs, everything you could possibly wish for. Having seen the apartment now, what I'd like to do is take you into the complex and give you an idea of what Royal Palm, the village, is like. Royal Palm village has an Andalusian style, and it's built on terraced land, which gives it the fabulous views that you can see as I step out the apartment. Coming down from the apartment is an easy walk to the pool at this end of the village. This pool is not easy. The one at that end is. Behind me there, you can see the restaurant. And what we'll do in a moment is take a walk up to the other. Cut. I'm just going to get changed, Ken. If you can just show everyone the view, I'd appreciate it. Okay. As I was saying before I took the trip in the pool, over there, and I'm not standing by the edge this time, is going to be the restaurant for the village. Rosie's Cantina, serving international food every day of the week. As you can see, if we look around the village from this angle, most of the apartments have large terraces, but some of them are not as private as number 151, as they overlook the pool. If we take a walk over this way, we'll show you where the shops are going to be and where the second swimming pool is. This avenue here is the way to the other part of the village with the second pool. Before we go along there, you can see here, given another month, there's to be a row of shops just selling essential items, but nevertheless saving a little bit of a walk to Cristianos if you need a pint of milk first thing in the morning. We'll take a walk along there now and you can see the other half of the village. As you can see, the village is set in beautiful tropical gardens, which are more mature this end of the complex, simply because it's been here longer than that end. Here is the other swimming pool, and behind it you can see what's going to be the pool bar, so you can relax with a nice cool drink while you lie by the side of the pool. You'll see the apartments are low density, which doesn't make you feel cramped in any way, and the sun shines all day. Having shown you both pools and fallen in one of them, we're going to head back up to that end of the complex, going through the plaza and on up back to the apartment. Before we do that, we'll just show you once again the style of the village. times when you just need to relax. And this is the idea of this little square. This is just what they call the plaza. And again, it shows you the charm of the village in the tropical gardens. Having given you a full tour of the village, what we think we'd like to do now is take you down to Cristianos. Down to the front in Los Cristianos, to the side where the new beach will eventually be built, along here and here. Over to my left you can see the harbour of Los Cristianos, with all the fishing boats, which is really the main business of the town, next to tourism, and the ferry which goes over to the island of Gomera 3 times a day. What we're going to do now is walk along this promenade and take you in to the town of Cristianos itself and to the beach. We are on our way to the town of Cristianos, but I just thought we'd stop off to show you what the locals do on a cold November's day. A game of petanque, which is really like giant ollies. Lovely way to unwind. With big money at stake. And this is ambiance at its best. The promenade along which we're walking at the moment will take you all the way to Playa de las Americas. It would be about a 2-hour walk though. Nevertheless, there's plenty of bars to stop off and refresh yourself. Yo. Una cerveza pequeña y una cerveza grande, por favor. Gracias. It helps if you know the language, which we do a little bit. Only to the level of ordering the round, you understand. Behind me, up there, is the most fantastic Indian restaurant you're ever likely to come across. And it's highly recommended when you're staying here that you have a little meal up there. Well worth the trouble. Gracias, señor. ¿Qué tal?
Bien, bien. Sí. Tú bien también, ¿no?
Bien, también.
Bien, sí.
¿Cuánto cuesta?
310.
Muy bien. This is what I've been waiting for 2 hours while we've been doing this film. Cheers. Two beers later, and we're just about ready to carry on the journey. We might get as far as the beach, and you can see what it's like. Are there any good bars down there, Ken?
Plenty. Plenty.
Let's go for it. Ken's just asked me, while we're walking to Cristianos, if there's anything I can do for this dog's teeth. I don't really think there is. But he's a lovely little fella anyway. Oh boy. Well, we finally made it to the beach in Cristianos. Quite a busy day, as you can see. Still plenty of room if you wanted to pitch yourself down and sunbathe. It's now 3:45 in the afternoon and the sun is still roasting, as I can vouch for. My skin's going red. This is the centre of Los Cristianos. We finally made it, but Kent won't let me go to a bar to get another drink, so I'm on the public seats here. Anyway, it's a lovely time of the day, it really is. If you look around, most people are sitting outside enjoying a drink. But there are some people who just really can't take the pace of the life at all. And there's only one thing to do about that. Over there is where we started the walk. It's like it'll be alright on the night, Ken. Over there is where we started the walk into Los Cristianos, and that is the site of the new beach. This is the beach where everyone comes to at the moment. You saw it earlier. The sand is imported, so it's not as dark as in some places in Tenerife, and it's very clean. It's cleaned every morning at dawn. What we're going to do now is take you over to the shopping area in Tenerife, or in Los Cristianos I should say, and we'll have a little walk along the avenues where there's no cars allowed and where the people can sit outside and eat their meals and so forth. Shopping in Los Cristianos might be worth showing you where Royal Palm is in relation to the harbour and the beach. And if you look to my right now, you can see exactly where my apartment is. The blue sign behind the white buildings is Port Royal, which is the development behind Royal Palm. The mountain, you can see, shelters you from all the winds and so forth. So it enjoys a really sheltered spot. This is the main shopping area of Los Cristianos. It's now 4 o'clock and the bazaars and the bars are open and in full swing. What's very enjoyable is having your meal outside rather than indoors, which you'd have to do in England, even in June. Remembering it's now November. We'll go on walking further up, give you more idea of what it's like. It's also nice not to have the cars around you beeping and honking. The Spanish drivers are very impatient. And this really is life in the slow lane. It's worth remembering that Los Cristianos was here long before Las Americas, with all the large hotels and tower blocks. And now in Cristianos, no development is more than 2 stories high. As you can see by Royal Palm, it has to be terraced into the land to give it a more Spanish look. Las Americas is really now like a concrete jungle. If you go to my left, you can see where the traffic has to stop and you have to walk the rest of the way. Into Los Cristianos. Just about seen everything there is to see in Los Cristianos, the shops, the bars, the restaurants. We'll just take you briefly over to Las Americas, show you the beach and so on, and maybe just see a bit of the contrast. Los Cristianos is by far a more Spanish town. Las Americas is purely tourism. We've come down to Playa de Las Americas, and I'm going to have to speak up a bit, because as you'll gather within a few minutes, it's a lot busier than Los Cristianos. The traffic is allowed right through the middle. You're bound to hear someone honking their horn in a minute. But if you want the nightlife, this is where you'll find it. See what I mean? There's clubs, bars, restaurants in absolute abundance. But there isn't the Spanish feel to the place. It's purely tourism. And that's about it. If you look out to the beach and to the sea, this is where most of the water sports go on. We've come a little bit late in the day. Normally there's plenty of people windsurfing. Unfortunately, that seems to have ceased. However, you can see them riding these speed boats. There's also plenty of water skiing going on normally. Nevertheless, you can appreciate that there is a very good beach here. The bar that you can see just below us serves lovely food and has a smashing view over the beach. If you look ahead of us now, you can get an idea of just how busy the place is. The fact that the traffic is allowed into the middle and along the front means you've got to be very careful crossing the road and so forth. But it is a lot livelier than Los Cristianos, so if you want nightlife, this is the place to come. It's about a 5-minute drive from Cristianos. In fact, if you look right over there, you can see the hill at the bottom of which Royal Palm is built. And it costs about 300 pesetas in a taxi to come here. Again, as in Los Cristianos, along the front down there's plenty of bazaars, little shops, restaurants, bars. But you can see there's far more hotels here. In Cristianos there's only one hotel. The rest are apartments and places where the locals live. Not many Spanish Canarians actually live in Playa de Las Americas. Well, you've seen the apartments in Royal Palm, and you've seen all the village with the schools and so forth. We've taken you around Los Cristianos, and we've given you a preview of Las Americas. So just to conclude the tape, I've managed to find 2 English tourists, and we'll see what they thought of Tenerife. Jeanette, what do you think?
Fantastic.
And Lydia, what do you think? Why don't you come on over here and try it for yourselves?